Good morning, everybody, and welcome back inside Liberty High School here in Hillsboro, Oregon for another edition of the Les Schwab Invitational. It's officially day 2 of this year's Invitational after it commenced last night with Liberty High School, the host, participating for the first time in the Les Schwab Invitational after hosting for the past 11 seasons. And now we move into day 2. Wheeler defeated Liberty last night, 75-49, behind 17 points and 13 rebounds from the number 2 high school player in the country, Jalen Brown. Now Wheeler will get a full 24 hours of rest before they play later on tonight against the winner of one of these two teams, Reynolds and Jesuit. Reynolds, the road team, in their visiting uniforms, the dark green with the light green and white trim on the shorts, and Jesuit in the home whites with white shorts and green trim as well. Drew Eubanks is the star for Reynolds. He's already a 4-star recruit and a signed commit to Oregon State University to play for head coach Wayne Tinkle, part of the best recruiting class in history for Oregon State. And he has the basketball right here moving inside the painted area, and he's fouled. It's going to be the first team foul against the Jesuit Crusaders. Reynolds and Jesuit, I'm Judah Newby, and alongside me with caller is Sean Philipsen for this morning's game. We'll have 4 games in this morning and early afternoon session, and then 4 more in the later afternoon and early evening. As basketball all day here at the Les Schwab Invitational. Play goes up and down, taken to the inside, swatted away. It was the strong take from Chandrit Jashari, but he was fouled on the play, a quick second-team foul on the Crusaders.
And that's 2 quick fouls on Ryan McIvoy, who, questionable call, got a good whack at the ball, but it looked like he also got part of the arm as well. 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, you're right, Sean. Both of those fouls coming against Ryan McAvoy, and he'll have to sit. And coming in to replace him, another big man for the Crusaders off the bench. First free throw. Both free throws were no good. And Jesuit with the basketball now in the hands of their sophomore point guard, Cameron Parker, the top-ranked high school player for the class of 2017. The sophomore left-handed point guard. This ball's whipped around to the left side. Swung around to the top right side. Three-pointer from there is good.
I'll tell you what, Colin Landry made a great shot. He got a good enough spacing to knock that shot down.
He gives Jesuit their lead at 3-1. Swinging around to the left side. Man-to-man defense being employed by the Crusaders on this possession. There comes downloaded Eubanks, and a foul comes in the post. As Eubanks started his move, Jesuit decided to send a couple of help defenders to try to triple team him and force the issue. Drew Eubanks, the senior, standing at 6'10", the top-ranked recruit in the state of Oregon. And earlier this fall, signed with Oregon State University. Rivals.com has Oregon State's recruiting class for next year as 17th best in the country, easily the best that they've ever had. And it comes in the second season for head coach Wayne Tinkle. Another foul, this one an offensive foul away from the ball against Reynolds, and we're going the other way.
Shari got away with a little bit of contact in there and picked up the offensive foul.
Just a minute and 10 seconds into the first quarter, and already 4 combined team fouls between the two sides. Here's Cameron Parker, the sophomore point guard. Swings it on over to the left side for Colin Landry. He's got a three-pointer to his name already. Top of the key three-pointer for Justin Cratch. That one curls around the rim and in.
Tell you what, good ball movement all the way around.
Couple of three-point field goals for Jesuit early, and they have a 6-1 lead. Left-hand dribble drive, tried to get rid of the ball. Loose ball, gets it back, flips it over the top for Eubanks. Reverse lay-in is good. Drew Eubanks, good athleticism and feel around the rim for 2. Cuts the lead in half at 6-3. Here's Landry, left-hand dribble. Stays with it and resets back out to the top to Reed Busey, another one of those senior leaders for Jesuit. They may not have the star power that they've had in the past, but they absolutely have plenty of depth on this team. Here's a foul on the ball handler. Cody Starr, the guilty party.
6'1" senior. He's yet to decide on where he would like to go to college, but he sure has a great opportunity to make a great show here at the Les Schwab Invitational.
Cameron Parker, the sophomore doing the inbounding right here. He's probably the most heralded prospect of this group coming out of the class of 2017. Just a sophomore, but the senior leadership that they do have and the depth is impressive. Swung around to the top left side of the key. Right-hand dribble from Busey. Back to the top for Parker. Parker surveys the scene, right-hand dribble, gets rid of it. Hickman, back to the top of the key, behind the back dribble, Busey, foul line. Three-pointer on its way for Landry, back iron, no good. Eubanks goes up strong for the rebound. Loose ball, and it's pulled down by Cody Starr. In transition, flips it to the right side, stops his dribble, high off the glass, around and in. Shendrit Jashari puts it up and in. And Reynolds is on a 4-0 run to make it a 6-5 lead for Jesuit. Parker dancing inside, throws it out to the left wing. Top of the key, three-pointer for Busey is good. All 9 of Jesuit's points coming via the three-pointer.
That's what they do so well, is make open threes.
Here's Starr, seeing the double team at the top. Beautiful feed down low for Janshari, who puts it in for 2. Now Cody Starr exhibiting great patience. And the pace has picked up a bit here midway through the first quarter. Jesuit swings the ball around the perimeter. Parker backs it out. Sneaks it, sends it to the top of the key, now holds it again left wing. Surveys the scene, puts it left-hand dribble inside, and he's fouled. And it will be on the floor, so inbounding baseline will be Jesuit.
Cameron Parker taking it to the hoop that time. He is one of the, great guards out there, and you mentioned he's a sophomore. He can shoot the outside jump shot, and if you give him the attention, he has the ability to pass out of trouble and find the open man.
Yeah, and for a young guy, he's really got a pure stroke. You can see it from the free throw line once he has a chance to shoot some free throws. Very consistent from the charity stripe. Jesuit back with the basketball. Busey throws it into the corner for his teammate Landry. Landry dribble drive baseline. Help defense comes there. Swings around to the left side for Matt Hickman, who's already got minutes off the bench. Parker again, three-point range. 5 count is on. Over to Hickman. Eubanks drawn out to the perimeter to defend against Hickman. Wow, backside screen, set, dribble handoff. Parker, three-point range, comes inside, layup, around and off. And the rebound taken out of the air by Jashari. Reynolds the other way, trailing by 2, but with the basketball. Starr kicks into the corner, a three-pointer, front rim and off. Eubanks goes flying for the rebound, but it's off his hand and out of bounds. Cody Starr exhibiting a good ability to pass the basketball. He had penetration inside and threw it to the outside for the open 3. A good sequence of plays from him. And now he's guarding the on-ball penetration of Cameron Parker. A beautiful reverse opportunity. Parker there on the cleanup. Colin Landry penetration inside. The reverse couldn't get it to go, but Parker is there to put it back for his first 2. Jesuit a 4-point lead at 11-7. The Raiders of Reynolds High School coming back the other way. Eubanks sets the screen. Starr sees the double team, kicks it into the corner. Now down low to Eubanks. Turn, shot, off the glass, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds though, and it will stay down here with the Raiders.
Eubanks shot that hook a little too fast, but fortunate that Reynolds will get it back on the out of bounds.
And it will be the 6'10 Eubanks to do the inbounding duties. He throws it into Starr. Starr dribbles baseline, gets inside, kicks it out. Open, three-pointer, near side, around and off. Rebound to the floor, scooped up there, up again with a shot. No, Eubanks on the finish.
Great offensive play by Eubanks, able to scoop that up and in. So far, Reynolds is winning the 50-50 opportunities here.
I like to see that. Parker, right-hand dribble inside, swatted against the glass by Eubanks. He denies the lay-in. Reynolds in transition the other way. Cross-court pass over to Starr. Pump fakes from 3. Now we'll back it out and reset. Throws it into Eubanks. Here comes the help defense. Quick turn with the right hand, no good. Rebound pulled out of the air by Malcolm Porter. And the junior will dribble it inside. Comes in, and a blocking foul. Called against Shendrit Jashari. It's going to be his second personal.
Which means he'll have to head to the bench.
Now a couple substitutes for each side getting ready to check in.
James Heyman will come in off the bench. Mentioned about Sure, he thought he had his feet set taking the charge. Didn't quite get it set.
Alex Dalabrew comes in for Jesuit off the bench as well. 11-9 lead for the Crusaders. Ball kicked into the corner for Parker. Starr taking away the left-hand dribble. Parker gets it to Dalabrew. Inside the paint, whips it over to the left wing. Back over to Dalabrew, and they'll reset. Jenkins one-on-one. Dalabrew in the near side corner may have shuffled the feet, got away with it. Busey to the inside. Now Parker dances into the lane, fires up a shot. Can't get it to go in traffic. Rebound to the floor. Now Starr will lead the charge for Reynolds. Gets into the paint. Nice pass. Up with the shot. No good. No foul called either on that attempt by James Hammond. Coming up on 70 seconds to go for the first quarter. Jenkins thought about the three, instead pulled it down for a dribble drive, and he's fouled on that attempt to do so by James Hammond.
With the last couple of possessions, though, they've been letting the play, refs have been letting it go a little bit physical. But I'm noticing for both teams, Judah, that both are drawing and kicking out for open shooters. That's what they do so well.
Dale Danner and Marv Nelson, the refereeing crew for this 9 a.m. contest. Here's Porter, getting rid of it. Now playing off the bench is Chuka Meekum. Porter over to Meekum in the short corner here on the right side. Throws it back over to Busey. Busey will go ahead and put it on the floor. Porter, three ball. That one's long. Starr cleans up the rebound. He's been everywhere so far. Takes it across the timeline. Had it stripped by Porter. Here he comes the other way. Regathers, lays it up. No, and the follow by Dalabrew can't go either. Out of bounds off Jesuit to Reynolds.
Fortunate break that time.
Malcolm Porter, a great job getting the steal, but unable to finish at the other end. And Dalabrew was out of control, wanting to put it back. So Reynolds escapes. They can hold for the final possession if they want. 20 seconds. Trailing by 2. Offensive pace has slowed in the last couple minutes. Starr, beautiful dish inside. Layup around and in. What a pass. Dominic Skupine puts it in for his first 2 off the bench. Busey steps into a 3 and hits it at the buzzer. Reed Busey, the senior, puts Jesuit back on top with another 3-point field goal, which is the theme of the quarter for them. They hit 4 from deep range. 12 of the 14 points accounted for from coming behind the arc for Jesuit. And they go into the first quarter break with an early lead. The Crusaders of Jesuit 14, the Raiders of Reynolds 11. We'll take a short timeout and be right back with the second quarter. You're watching Les Schwab Invitational from Liberty High School from Hillsboro, Oregon on Portland SportsBeat. All right, welcome back as we begin the second quarter. Alongside Sean Philipsen, I'm Judah Newby on Portland SportsBeat, bringing you the Les Schwab Invitational. Jesuit and Reynolds, both teams go in the same directions as they were in the first quarter. Jesuit with an early 14-11 lead. A little bit of momentum after Reed Busey hit the three-pointer at the end of the first quarter. Busey takes it inside, whips a pass out to Parker, had some trouble handling it. Cameron gets it back. Busey open in the far corner. Porter, pump fake, step back, 3 ball. Short, no good. Offensive rebound and a second possession coming for the Crusaders. Jesuit the early 14 points, 12 of them from 3-pointers as Cameron Porter takes it inside and he's fouled. He'll go to the line. Excuse me, Cameron Parker will go to the line for 2.
And this is what you were talking about earlier, to see how his stroke is at the free throw line. I mean, he is a pure shooter. There's no doubt about that. Teams looking at him in college, University of Portland, Montana, Seattle University, Portland State, Boise State, Eastern Washington. This guy is a sophomore. He's lefty. He's excellent when he finishes at the basket. There's no doubt.
And the first free throw is true. And he'll have one more. Is coming on as Matt Collis. And Malcolm Porter will get his first breather.
I've noticed on almost every set play for Jesuit, they're looking to use motion offense and aggressive man defense with pressing and trapping.
Parker splits the 2. That'll be something to look out for. And here they go with the trap, as you were mentioning. Pass whipped inside. Now down low. Eubanks, the two-handed slam.
Man, he looked like a 7-footer on that one, just going right upstairs to climb it and dunk it down with 2 hands. Beautiful attack play.
True, Eubanks. The Oregon State commit throws it down with authority, and now Reynolds doing their own version of the trap. Ball swung around to the right side, high.
Ooh.
Eubanks swats it away with authority. Alec Baldridge coming the other way. Ball put on the floor. It's loose, scooped up by Parker.
2-on-2.
Splits the defense with a beautiful pass to Busey for the finish.
Good counter back for Jesuit on the fast break.
And now they want to pick up the pace too with the double team. Ball is thrown way down court and thrown away. Another turnover. Collis at the controls now over to Busey, who's had himself a nice game so far. Steps into a 3-pointer, around and off. Wanted the foul, didn't get it. Eubanks, baseball pass down the seam, and it was ill-advised, and a foul is going to be called here against the Reynolds big man, the 6'7" Dakota Ayala, who just checked into the game, as we'll get another look at this beautiful finish by Eubanks. Jesuit bringing the pressure. One pass, the extra pass, and Eubanks down the lane with the flush. Beautiful.
Nothing you can do about that when you got a near 7-footer. He's 6'10" listed as a center when he's rumbling down a lane like that. There's no doubt he's going to have a solid college career with Oregon State.
And what really is going to be a very exciting incoming class for head coach Wayne Tinkle and the Oregon State University Beavers. Their best recruiting class that they've had in program history, as you get a look at Parker to Busey, a beautiful thread down the needle. On the fast break there, Jesuit with the early 4-point lead, 17-13. But the rest of that class includes Coach Wayne Tinkle's son, Trey Tinkle. And when Wayne Tinkle took the job at Oregon State, he brought with him a good friend from Northern California, Stephen Thompson Sr. And Stephen Thompson Sr.'s own son, Stephen Thompson Jr., joins Trey Tinkle with that class, as well as Derek Bruce, a highly touted recruit as well. And then Drew Eubanks, this young man that we're seeing on the floor right now, positioned down on the low block. Eubanks, Bruce, Thompson Jr., and Tinkle, the best recruiting class in Oregon State history, and they'll all be incoming freshmen next fall. Here's Cody Starr, dribbles, gets his man into the lane. The ball is tipped off of a Jesuit hand, according to the baseline official, and they will talk about it. Initially gave the ball to Reynolds, and they're on point. They say the same thing. And Cody Starr will inbound the baseline. Trailing by 4, early second quarter. Starr throws it down low. Left-handed hook shot from the 6'7" Ayala. Can't get it to go. Doesn't draw iron. And Busey comes the other way for Jesuit. Sees an opening. Tries to go into the body of Eubanks. Throws it up no good, but on the rebound opportunity, a foul called. Malcolm Porter had the leverage.
That's now the 8th team foul.
Cody Starr called for his second. And Malcolm Porter will be given 2 free throws, and he curls the first one around and in. The winner of this game this morning will move on to play Wheeler, the number 10 ranked team in the country, tonight in a game that tips off at 8:30. Officially game number 9 on the tournament bracket. Wheeler, a 75-49 victory over host Liberty last night, behind 17 points and 13 rebounds from Jalen Brown, the number 2 ranked high school player in the country who's still undecided. Here's Cody Starr throwing up a 3, no good, but a foul on the rebound going against Eubanks. And you mentioned it earlier, Sean, that's now the 9th team foul, which means it'll be 1-and-1s on the other end for Jesuit.
Well, after this, 5:28 left in the second quarter. It'll be free throws throughout, as it'll be the double bonus. So Reynolds has to be very disciplined on defense no matter what. You can give up fouls in the paint to contest. Can't give up any easy ones.
And right now they're having Eubanks at 6'10", and of course Ayala at 6'11", or 6'7", I should say. They're 2 big men playing on the floor at the same time. Ayala did not start, but he's had all the minutes in the second quarter. Starr dances his way down the sideline. Throws a left-handed pass over to the left side. A 3-ball from there is a little bit long. Skying high for the rebound and coming down with it nicely is Colin Landry. BC pump fakes against Starr. Parker comes inside. Stripped, no call. Baseline drive. Thrown to the near side. Busey, another 3. Another make for Reed Busey.
Now that is great penetration by Hickman. He was able to find the open man on the draw and kick out.
A third 3-pointer from Reed Busey. Here's a whistle away from the ball. It will stay down here. There's about to be an open 3-point attempt for Cole Andreessen. But instead, Reynolds will inbound baseline. 4th team foul.
Shari's back into the game for Reynolds.
And he's got 2 fouls as well, but his offensive presence is noted. Here's Starr, had a little bit of room, may have been surprised. Cross-court pass, foul line, extended left jumper, that's long, no good. And Malcolm Porter the rebound. Porter takes it by himself. The junior goes to the rim and earns himself a trip to the line.
Jesuit stopping at nothing to really get some baskets in the paint. When the outside shot usually falls, you might have to go back in the paint to try to get some freebies. Anderson picks up his 2nd personal for Reynolds.
Now Porter, the junior, will go to the line. When you're talking about leaders on this team, there's 3 seniors for Jesuit that lead that charge, and that's Colin Landry, Reed Busey, and Ryan McAvoy, as Reynolds will take a timeout between the 2 free throws from Porter. But Landry, Busey, and McAvoy are the 3 seniors that really lead this team, and then Malcolm Porter, the lone junior, that really stands out as well. And of course, the sophomore point guard, Cameron Barker, who's already got a handful of offers from Division I schools and headlines the Oregon State recruiting class for the year 2017.
And I'm noticing about this game right now, Jesuit is up 10. And they're really taking apart the big guys in half. I mean, they're undersized a little bit. And Reynolds, you've got 2 guys on there. Eubanks, who's 6'10". I mean, they're really taking him a little bit away a little bit. Ever since that dunk, which thought they were going to give them momentum, did Reynolds. And Jesuit's been able to shut him down a little bit in the last few possessions.
We'll see how Reynolds looks to counter that to their advantage. The 2nd free throw is good for Porter. 24-13 Jesuit now with the 11-point advantage. Starr dribbles baseline, gets some room, throws up a shot, and puts it in. And Cody Starr is a very versatile player. He's got good ability to handle the ball. His passing ability is good as well. Keeps his feet on the ground defensively and then throws up shots like that. Here's Busey backing himself away, right wing, over to Porter. Has the baseline drive and flips in a beautiful floater from the baseline. Gets it to go with the double team converging on him. A soft teardrop. Beautiful shot from Porter. Here comes inside into the big man and putting it up and in. A beautiful move from Dakota Ayala.
So that's what they need to do if your Reynolds keep pounding in the paint with Ayala and Eubanks in there.
Ayala moving quickly with the basketball that time, not even caring about the double team.
Yeah.
Straight to the rim. Deep three ball from the right side. Back iron no good. Long rebound. That'll mean second chances. Busey, another three. That one hits the heel. Busey gets his own rebound back. Step back. 5-footer is in. My gosh. Reed Busey having himself a ball game. A pair of offensive rebounds on that possession for him. Starr backs inside, and Busey's going to be called for the foul before the shot. Only the first personal against Busey and the fifth against Jesuit as a team. Cole Andreessen checks off the floor. Jordan May, the starter, comes back on the floor for the Raiders. Starr inbounds. Throws it over to Shajit Shashari. Now May swings over to Starr. Eubanks, here comes the quick double team. Eubanks looking to dribble out of it. Skip pass over to the near side to May. Ayala, double team, threw it away. Busey has it, and a foul called. Reed Busey is everywhere.
He is working hard on the offense and on the defense, and that's what we'd love to see as a head coach, working hard on both ends of the floor to keep a possession alive.
Jesuit won this Invitational in back-to-back years in 2011 and 2012. And now we're back at it with their eyes set on the same thing this season. They came in with a preseason #1 ranking in the state of Oregon for high schools, and they've lost 2 in a row going into this game right now, so they're looking to get a little bit of their swagger and their rhythm back.
Yes, indeed. They need it, every bit of it. Ayala on his foul, his second, and that's also key.
Busey missed the first, hit the second. Jesuit seems to have split every one of their free throw attempts thus far. They lead by 12. Busey on ball defending against Starr. Jab step, comes, free throw line, went up with it. Busey the block and a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay down here with Reynolds. But Busey again making his presence felt on the defensive end of the floor.
He is just all over the court. Like I said, you love to see that if you're a head coach.
Starr pump fakes, comes inside, kicks over. Back jumper, front rim, curling around and off, and a strong rebound from Malcolm Porter.
Ayala can't hesitate on that jump shot. If he's open, he has to take that.
Ball reset over to Busey. To the left wing now for Matt Hickman. Getting quality minutes off the bench in this first half. Landry dribble drive will reset back out to Reed Busey. Left-hand dribble to the foul line. Now gets rid of it. Jenkins inside, layup around and in. Jimmy for Porter.
Good drive to the hoop. Good drive to the hoop by Porter.
Starr, step back three. That one is a little bit short. Picked out of the air by Landry with the rebound. Timeout, Jesuit. Wants the time, and they've got the momentum. 1:38 to go in this first half, and the Crusaders with a comfortable 14-point advantage, 31-17. You get a look here, this beautiful drive from Malcolm Porter.
Yeah, all of that defense is spaced out, which allowed Porter to go right to the hoop, driving in with a beautiful layup.
And another reason for that spacing, Sean, a lot of these three-point opportunities from Jesuit leading to long rebounds.
Yes.
And Eubanks, the tall 6'10" guy, he ain't out on the perimeter to get those defensive rebounds for Reynolds, and Jesuit's beating him to the ball.
And that's the thing. When you have a 6'7" center or 6'10" center out on the perimeter, that leaves open rebounds for guards to get and get, as you said, the second and third points opportunities, which is very key, and that's why Jesuit holds a comfortable cushion. And we'll have to see if this trend will keep up in the second half if they continue to play the inside-out game, taking threes with Reynolds Raiders Eubanks out on the perimeter on defense.
The next game to follow this one will be down in the lower half of the bracket, Lake Oswego and Peninsula coming from Gig Harbor, Washington. That one tips off at around 10:30. If you're watching this game right now, you get the next 3 games as well here in the early morning session. And then we'll have an afternoon break before beginning the afternoon and early evening session later on today as well. Coming out of the timeout, ball is knocked away and tipped out of bounds. And it will go to Reynolds, forcing the turnover.
Meckham just checked back into the game. It was off of his leg. So good defensive play by Reynolds.
Starr goes with the dribble handoff to Andreessen. And he lost it. Turned it around. Meckham somehow is able to save it back in. Down on the other edge of the floor was Hickman. A near opportunity thrown away there. But Chuka Meckham now still with the basketball. And Hickman resets top of the key. Left-hand dribble drive. Porter sizes up a three-pointer and sends it in.
Tell you what, that stroke is very unorthodox. Just able to come in with the follow-through, but that was a great shot.
Malcolm Porter, the last 5 points now for Jesuit. Starr throws it away. Porter the rebound. Looks to split the double team. No luck feed to Busey, but he lost it out of bounds.
That's a tough pass to catch if on that fast break opportunity. Now Browns may hold for this last shot to really gather up their set.
This game was once 11-9 in favor of Jesuit, and since then, a 23-8 run for the Crusaders. As a foul is blown, called against Meckham. 16 foul against Jesuit, and Reynolds got into the penalty early as well. It will be a shooting foul, so Starr goes to the line for 2. He's good with the first.
Cody Starr, a 6'1" senior, undecided on where he liked to go to college, but if scouts are looking at him, he's a good shooter from the perimeter, can make some huge plays down the stretch for anybody.
He puts both of them in to cut the deficit back to 15. Jesuit can hold for the final shot if they'd like. It's in the hands of Malcolm Porter now. As you see the on-ball defense of Andreessen on him too. Ball swung around to the right side. Meckham, left-hand dribble. Now 4 on the clock, 3 on the clock. Porter will get a shot up from there. Around and off, no good. Starr claims the rebound. That's after the first half will come to an end. Jesuit 34, Reynolds 19. In the first game of day 2 at the Les Schwab Invitational. Reed Busey has headlined the first half with his effort. As you see that offensive rebound there and that little pullback. Jumper to put it back in. First half highlights continue with this man, Malcolm Porter. The finger roll off the glass. And he's going to knock in this three-pointer as well. That unorthodox shot that you were referring to, Sean, but it worked for him there. And between Porter and Busey, both of them seemed really valuable for the Crusaders in that first half.
There's no doubt about that. And what we're going to have to look for in the second half is Judah, everything under control in that first half. But when Jesuit brought on the traps and the presses, it really took them off, right off their rhythm on the offensive end. So that's one key note. Cameron Parker, the #1 sophomore in Oregon, he has 3 points, 1 for 4 attempts, and some of those misses have been getting some questionable no calls. So that's one. Busey, 4 for 3 points in the first half, and Porter tearing it up, 2 players in double figures for Jesuit. So we're going to keep an eye on how those two are holding up, because Parker has been non-existent in this game.
Jesuit shot 45.8% from the floor in the first half, including 6 of 13 from downtown. And they have the basketball first with the 15-point edge. Opening minutes, dancing inside. Layup up and around and in for Porter. Malcolm Porter having himself a strong game. He's got now 12 points. Rebound up in the air, and the ball is lost and out of bounds off of Busey, and it will stay down here with Reynolds. One of the challenges that the Raiders have faced is being able to integrate both their big men, Dakota Ayala at 6'7", Andrew Eubanks, into the offensive fold. Here's Eubanks, gets it first, layup around and good, and the foul.
See, that's what they need to do in this second half. Get the big guys involved a lot to pound the paint. We've only seen one from Eubanks on that dunk earlier in this game. So they need to keep integrating him on both ends, getting some help defensive block shots, pounding it inside of the paint with the jump hook and the foul. That's what they need to do if they want to try to get back in this game.
Eubanks a kind of rhythm free throw right there.
Yeah.
A couple steps behind the line, puts it behind his head, one dribble, fired up, and he gets it to go. Reynolds their first field goal and free throw of the second half. Landry, dribble drive baseline, kicks over to Porter. Porter whips a pass. Landry's open for three. That one's short. Rebound tipped away and taken back out of the air by Landry. Good second effort from the Crusaders. Ayala comes up to pressure with perimeter defense. Porter's open for a high arcing three. Front rim, no good. Leaping up for the rebound is Ryan McAvoy. Down low, feed, layup up and no good for Porter.
3 misses at the rim. My goodness. And Reynolds gets a break.
Ayala kicks into the short corner. Dribble drive baseline, fading away and throwing it up and in. Beautiful move from Jashari. Jashari, the 2 quick fouls in the first half. But he's got some good offensive talent. Busey steps into a three. No good. He's cooling off a bit. And Eubanks pulls down the board.
It's a 5-0 run for Reynolds.
Inside Star, layup no good. Crusaders quickly down the floor the other way. Porter throws over to Busey. Thought about the three. Pulls back. Jesuit 0 for the first 2 from the three-point line here early in the second half after going 6 of 13 behind the arc in the opening frame. Parker swings down low to Porter, wiped away by Eubanks. Parker gets it back. Easy layup up and good for Ryan McAvoy. So Eubanks another block shot. He had 2 in the first half and now 1 here in the second. Down low, Ayala sees the double team, gets rid of it. Janshari, a three-pointer, around and off. Parker inside. Porter for 3. Good. And it's easy as that for the Jesuit offense as Cameron Parker spearheads the fast break attack. And Malcolm Porter was open from deep. Star to return the favor. Yes, he does. And he yells out to encourage his teammates on the defensive end of the floor. Porter now double team near the timeline.
Nice steal.
Pass stolen by Eubanks. He saw it coming. Star almost walked into another three. Now crosses over against Busey. Step back jumper. Right in. King. Cody Star. 5 straight points for him. And he's doing it against the on-ball defense of Reed Busey that gave him some fits in the first half. Cross-court pass near side. Malcolm Porter doesn't like it over there, so we'll dribble out. Busey jab step, splits a double team, picks up his dribble. Porter comes foul line, floater, no good. Ball's loose, and Cody Star picks it up. He takes it himself. No look pass, ball is tipped up. Unable to control it cleanly was Ayala. Jesuit the other way. Porter, 3-ball from the left wing. This one won't go. And the 6'7" Ayala cleans up the rebound. Star walks into a 3. He's fouled.
Wow. One rule you do not want to do in any game is foul a 3-point jump shooter. And this is what is going to let Reynolds back in this game with some fouls like that if you're Jesuit.
But boy, the aggressiveness of Cody Star sure is apparent in this second half. He ain't taking no for an answer. When he gets the basketball, he's looking to either shoot it or make plays.
Landry on that foul, his second of the game.
Now Cody Star, an opportunity to put this one in. It's short though. A second of 3. A couple of substitutes as Reed Busey and Colin Landry leave the floor for the Crusaders. And coming on is Cole Andreessen. Or excuse me, that's Matt Colas and Matt Hickman as well for the Crusaders. Star's third free throw is good, and he's on a personal 7-0 run to make it a 10-point game. 41-31, Jesuit the lead. Let's get a look at Cameron Parker. Malcolm Porter around the left wing. Eubanks comes out to guard him on the perimeter. Here comes another big man. Eubanks goes sprawling to the floor, and he earns the steal. Starr the other way, a whistle for double dribble.
Oh, my. That is a bailout play. Eubanks on the ground, diving for the loose ball, and that's what you love to see from your big man, trying to keep the ball alive and try to make a play out of it. Unfortunately, it came with a double dribble.
A 6'10" Eubanks, going to the hardwood to earn that. That is a tough call against him.
That's eating some wood, too. You gotta love it.
Absolutely. Jesuit after the turnover. Parker, baseline, gets rid of it. Fired over to the right wing, Hickman. The lefty sophomore Parker in the far corner. Hickman, an open three, hit glass first. Offensive rebound, and Jesuits had plenty of them today. That one from McAvoy. Kick to the top of the key, fired over to Porter. Jinshari quickly over to guard him. 2.5 to go in the third. Parker inside, and he's fouled on his way to the rim.
See, when Parker tries to take a jump shot, it misses, and he's trying to make something out of it by going to the rack and finishing, and that's a good play by Parker. He's been quiet, and I mean quiet, all three into this third quarter.
I think part of that reason is because a lot of his game is based on the dribble drive penetration, getting to the rim, and it's a little bit harder to do that when the opponent has 6'10" and 6'7" down low as well. First free throw around and off for the sophomore as you get a look at his determination to get to the rim.
And I noticed on the previous rebound offensively for Jesuit, Eubanks was out on the perimeter, and that's something you cannot have happen if you're Reynolds trying to get a defensive rebound and then get back.
Second free throw also missed.
Uh-oh.
So an area of perceived strength has been a struggle for Parker in this game. Starr holding on the right wing. Help defense coming. Now he dribbles into a double team near the timeline. Beautiful pass down low, and curling it around and in is Jashari. 10 points for Jashari in the game now. And he cuts the lead to 8. Reynolds fighting back. Outscoring the Crusaders by 7 in this quarter. Parker dribbles inside. Lefty up, no good. It's short, and rebound pulled down by Reynolds.
If you're Parker, you have to finish at the rim. Can't hesitate.
Inside comes Starr, and he's called for the charge, and Malcolm Porter drew it.
And he took a hit.
Yes, he did. And he's reaching to look at his jaw. He's all right.
Third foul on Starr. That's a big one as well.
Parker, McAvoy, and Hickman all come off for the Crusaders. Now Hickman will be left on. And Porter will come off the floor instead. He's a little bit late getting off the floor, so the officials hold up play. Hickman was originally going to be the one to come off, but instead it is Malcolm Porter.
I'm hearing on the court technical, but we'll see on this. Okay, let's look at it.
Ooh.
Wow. Took a hit right on the face.
I think that was the call of Cody Starr raising up his arm a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Back on the floor. Meekum at the point guard duties.
Wow.
A little miscommunication there. Hickman threw it away after Landry made the cut inside after flashing out to the top of the key.
Now Jesuit making little mental mistakes. Let's see if Reynolds can now take advantage of it and get some points.
Reed Busey is back on the floor for Jesuit, looking to increase their defensive intensity. Here's a deep three for Cody Starr. It's in!
Oh, man, what a shot.
It's a 5-point game. It was 17 at halftime.
He shot that 5 feet beyond the three-point line.
What a shot from Cody Starr. Pass goes down low. Colas. Now Meekum. Hickman swings around to Busey, and Busey is the best offensive weapon on the floor along with Landry for the Crusaders right now. Busey looking to post up down low. Eubanks off the floor for Reynolds. 45 seconds for the third quarter. Dribble drive to the left side, and a whip pass is thrown out of bounds. Another turnover.
We may have to get the stat sheet for this third quarter because second quarter, Jesuit was the one to force turnovers. Now Reynolds is catching back at fire and at will to get in this run.
And they have a chance, after being down by as many as 17 points, to get this game within at least 3. This ball's thrown away, out of bounds, last touch by the Crusaders. 25.5 seconds to go. Ball thrown into the corner, thrown down low, tipped off the hand of Ayala and out of bounds. He was open in a one-on-one opportunity with Reed Busey coming on, or Landry coming on for help defense. The pass a little bit off target.
I've noticed too, Judah, that Jesuit has scored 7 points in this third quarter.
Great defense from Reynolds. And the turnovers lead to that. Under 10 seconds now for the quarter. See what the Crusaders like to do. It's Shukum Meekum. Over to Landry. Pulls up. Partially blocked. Out of bounds as the quarter comes to an end. And that's the way the third quarter will end. On a nice thematic note, strong defense from Reynolds. Jesuit scores just 7 points in that third quarter. Reynolds, meanwhile, rallies. They were down by as many as 17 in the first half and 15 at the halftime break. But they've rallied to make it a 5-point game going into the fourth quarter. And you check out that beautiful move from Jashari earlier, spinning baseline and putting it in. Malcolm Jenkins getting that one swatted against the rim by Drew Eubanks. Jenkins did make his presence felt with that three-pointer there. Cody Starr returning the favor. He walked into a couple three-pointers just like that one. And he also took one from deep too. Cody Starr left free throw line extended to the left side. He's really exhibited a good offensive stroke in his own right.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
Look at that pass, all the way from half court to the baseline for Jashari. Now, Cody Starr is being the offensive presence so far for Reynolds. Drew Eubanks got to have 2 or 3 minutes on the bench to finish that. Coming up next fall, Drew Eubanks is going to be a member of the Oregon State University men's basketball program, and their head coach, Wayne Tinkle, is in the house, and he's agreed to come on with us at postgame. So stay tuned. After the fourth quarter of this one, Wayne Tinkle, the head man of the Oregon State men's basketball program. He's now the not only the proud father of Trey Tinkle and his other children, but also now the proud head coach of Trey Tinkle. And the best recruiting class that the university has had.
22-7 in the third quarter. Reynolds outscored Jesuit.
Here's Cody Starr, cross-court pass, taken by Jashari. First minute, and a blocking foul going to be called against Reed Busey. Well, that has been a battle today. Reed Busey, the senior, against Cody Starr, the senior. Those two have been going at it all game long on both sides of the floor. And that time it was Busey called for the personal, but it's just his second. Starr to inbound, gets into Ayala, and they'll reset back out to him. And Busey's right under his chin. Eubanks back onto the floor, holds at the top of the key. Starr looking to gain some ground against Busey. Right-hand dribble drive, gets inside, throws up a wild shot amid a double team. Ill-advised and an easy rebound for Landry. Cameron Parker taking it the other way. Fires over to the left wing. Porter, a right-hand dribble, swings back to the top of the keys. Jesuit being patient now. Dribble handoff, knocked away by Starr, but Busey gets it back. Landry steps into a 17-footer, doesn't draw iron, and Eubanks the rebound. Just a 5-point game now. Starr penetrates, and he's fouled on his move to the rim. Busey complaining that he was pushed off.
And it sure looked like it with the off arm.
Well, extended, normally not allowed to do that.
That's the third foul on Busey.
And 2 quick ones on consecutive possessions as well. Reynolds is going to take this timeout and talk things over. But Sean, after a halftime break that seemed like Jesuit was in control of the game, what a rally in that third quarter by Reynolds. Neither team has yet scored here in the fourth quarter, but Reynolds is doing their job on the defensive end of the floor.
Well, they're doing their work. They're forcing turnovers, and as we see here on the replay, and it looked like a little bit of a shove with the right arm, creating some space.
That is a tough call to go against Busey. In the NBA, those are what the officials automatically look for. If the offensive player extends an arm like that, it's an automatic charge. But Starr gets away with one there.
Yes.
Good family fun environment here at the Les Schwab Invitational, as always. What a great job Les Schwab does sponsoring these events, especially Express Employment Professionals as well, and Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking with the players of the game following each and every contest as well. 6:44 to go in this one, in a 5-point lead. For the Jesuit Crusaders, they started the year ranked #1 in the state. Got off to a 3-0 start, but have lost their last 2 games going into this one. And as week 2 of the high school season comes about, they now slip to #5 in the state. Now Reynolds participating in the Les Schwab Invitational for the first time in their program's history. Have made a third quarter rally and a second half flourish to get within 5 early in the fourth quarter. Starr lost his dribble and he gets it away to Jordan May. May picks it up. Jesuit really flocking to the ball now. Here comes down low to Eubanks, turns with the left hand and curls it in.
See, that's what they need to do. Get him in the post, establish great position, and let him score.
Drew Eubanks makes it a 3-point game. Busey getting rid of it to Landry. Ball tipped away into the backcourt, and Landry recovers. Parker to the top of the key. Sees an open lane, and he's blocked. His shot attempt, but first a foul called on his way to the rim.
Now, Parker has been non-existent throughout this game. I mean, he only has, what, 1 field goal still in this game, and all of the fouls, or some of the misses, like I've mentioned in the halftime, have been questionable fouls, no calls or anything. So he needs to get himself assertive in the offense.
Earns another team foul against Reynolds there. Here's Landry, and now a charging foul away from the ball, moving screen called against McAvoy.
That is a big call here early on in this game. 3-point deficit for Reynolds. As you said, they've trailed as many as 17 points.
This is the second game of the Les Schwab Invitational, and the winner, one of the reasons they're playing this early, the winner has to play later on today as well at 8:30 out here on the West Coast against Wheeler, the number 10 ranked team in the country according to USA Today, and the number 2 ranked prospect, Jalen Brown.
I'm sure they got their footage ready to go for this one.
They sure do. There's a pump fake drive, just Shari to the rim, layup is short, Eubanks keeps it alive, Cody Starr comes down with it. Throws it all over to Hill. Free throw line, jumper, doesn't draw iron. Rebound to the far side. Picked up by Cameron Parker. Parker asking for a screen. And now the 6'7" big man. Dakota Ayala comes out to offer help defense, and he's called for the personal.
His third foul. We have to keep an eye on the team, on the personal foul situations, because we could be seeing lots of substitutions for both sides.
Malcolm Porter relatively quiet in this second half. He throws it into the post for Hickman, lost it, got it back. Now here comes a double team. Parker whips it over the far side. Busey, extra pass. Landry for 3 is in, and that's a huge shot for Jesuit to get their offense going, they hope. Extends it out to a 6-point lead. Starr goes for a 3. That one is short. Boy, his aggressive nature on the offensive side is something else. And Busey pulls down the rebound. 4:40 to go. Here comes the hedge from Eubanks. Now Parker. Thought about using the screen, doesn't want it. Drills himself into the corner. Busey pulls up from 8 feet, curls it around and in. 5 quick points for Jesuit now, back up by 8. Star into the post for Eubanks. A long stride, flips it up with the right hand, no good. Parker the rebound the other way, 2-on-2 if he hurries. He throws it down to Landry, reverses it up and in for the Crusaders. Double-digit lead, timeout Reynolds. And perhaps that was the piece of momentum the Crusaders were looking for. The spark on offense. It started with the three-pointer.
And that could be the crucial key moment of the game right there for Jesuit. That three-pointer, everything was working so well on the defensive end for Reynolds, only to give up the wide-open three on the far corner.
And how about that connection on that three-pointer? That play seems to have really pivoted this momentum around. And it comes via Reed Busey. Look at this pass from Busey. He had the chance in the no-look extra feed, and Landry, the pure stroke from the far end.
Yeah, left him wide open on that corner.
And then Reed Busey again, a nice little jumper in the lane. And then Parker, for even though he's quiet on the point side of things, he really displays a nice ability to get the ball where it's supposed to go on the fast break. And that's what he did right there.
Sorry, and that's what makes him so good. And he's, like we mentioned, he's a sophomore, and he's still got a lot of time to evolve his game. There's no doubt about that.
Drew Eubanks headlines the individual talent of this game. He was the top-ranked recruit coming out of the state of Oregon, a four-star forward, according to ESPN's recruiting services. And he's headed to Oregon State, part of a group of four that will be playing for the Beavers starting next year for head coach Wayne Tinkle, who will be joining us later on in the broadcast after this one, as Eubanks had the defenses converge on him there, and he's fouled. Reynolds will keep possession, now trailing by 10 with 4 minutes to go. Gonna ask him about how cool a feeling it is to have your son commit to your own university where you're trying to build the program with something special. And there was nothing guaranteed that Trey Tinkle was going to commit to play for his father. But he did, as there is a foul called after the three-point attempt from the far side.
And a loose ball foul as well.
Oh, that's going against Reynolds.
Eubanks. That's his fourth foul.
They're going to go ahead and call it against Dakota Ayala. It is his fourth.
Now, depending on if Reynolds cuts this close, they may want him back in if the game is close.
Matt Collis checks in again. Here comes the full court press now from Reynolds. Jesuit breaks it and gets it into Malcolm Porter. They calm things down. Ball is thrown. Takes everything that Matt Hickman can do to get it. And a double dribble called against Hickman, trying to evade the pressure of Eubanks. How about the big 6'10" man pressuring all the way near half court?
Well, earlier I didn't want him out on the perimeter, but on a play like that, when you're 10 down, you have to make a play to force the offensive player to make a mistake. And that's what he did well with.
I can't imagine it's too easy to dribble against a guy with that kind of wingspan either. As Starr sends up a shot, no good, wanted to foul, and then get it. Porter gets it back, now a jump ball as Eubanks got his hands on it. The possession arrow does stay with the Crusaders. 3:19 to go. Jesuit looking to put the finishing touches on the first win in the Les Schwab Invitational, but still plenty of ball left. Porter, a little high heat that time. Landry pressured in the corner. Timeout called by Jesuit.
And Gene Potter is really upset. They did not want to have that ball in the corner. And that's the dangerous spot when you're trying to press someone out like that. It's a corner for the offensive player because it could result for a turnover on a travel or a double dribble or anything like that. This is a huge timeout to at least settle things down for Jesuit.
Gene Parter's career record is 465 wins against just 135 losses. 13 times his team has been champions of the Metro League.
Yes.
6 state championships, 15 tournament trophies from the state tournament, and of course the 2003 Les Schwab Invitational champions. They also made it to the championship game back in 2011 and 2012. Although they lost on both of those occasions, including one to the eventual national champion Oak Hill Academy back in 2011. Reynolds stepping up with the pressure defense, and it's Cody Starr called for the foul.
Hooked him with his arm that time. That's an easy call for the referees to make that. Fourth foul on Starr as well.
And it's also free throws the rest of the way for Jesuit. Porter goes to the high end of the glass to put it in. Malcolm Porter extends the lead to 12. Starr gets rid of it. Hill in the corner, over to Eubanks, puts it up and in. Drew Eubanks. Nice touch from about 6 feet out along the baseline. Parker splits a double team. Had it, lost it, ball to the ground, and a foul's going to be called.
It looks like it's going to be on the Crusaders.
It will be on Jesuit. Not sure if it's a tripping foul.
Nevertheless, it's going to be 1-and-1 throughout the next couple of fouls in this situation.
So Reynolds an opportunity to cut into the lead with the clock stopped. 1-and-1's the first is good.
And that's big. They need to make free throws down the stretch if they are able to come back. 9 down, and they need, if I'm Reynolds, I keep pounding it into paint. I mean, they've missed that a little bit in this fourth quarter. Going into Eubanks.
Starr's second, no good. Eubanks, the tip follow, can't get it to go. Pressuring Jenkins now, or Parker I should say. Throws it away, sends it all the way down the floor. Landry dribbles to the free throw line. Now Busey can back it out. Jashari with high pressure defense. Jesuit protecting a 9-point lead. Looking to get rid of the ball. Thrown down, Hickman had it go off his leg, jump ball, and possession arrow goes to Reynolds.
Boy, Reynolds is really going all out mode right now. Getting loose balls, diving on the floor, getting jump balls to keep this fourth quarter drive alive.
At halftime, they were down by 15. They cut that deficit down to 5 by the time the fourth quarter rolled around. It was at 3 at one point, and then a quick 7-0 run by the Crusaders restored order for them, but now Reynolds looking to make a final push. Eubanks into the post, turns off the glass and good, and foul. Drew Eubanks.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You need to feed the big man. He's been quiet pretty much all game, and that's what, if you're Reynolds, the head coach, keep feeding it to the big man.
And he'll go to the line for another. And you get a look at Eubanks establishing position against the outsized Ryan McAvoy. And putting it in for 2.
He picks up personal foul number 4 as well.
The free throw is long. The rebound to the floor, and it's picked up by Malcolm Porter. Dribbles along, and it's a kick ball on Cody Starr, and it'll stay down here.
Boy, another loose ball. If that wasn't a jump ball for Reynolds, they would have scored likely to get a basket to keep this run going.
And Malcolm Porter was asking for a little bit more help from his teammates to help him get out of his own backcourt. He has it now, splits a double team, tripped up, no call. Landry resets out to Busey. Busey calms it down. Underhands over to Parker, comes inside, and he's fouled on his way to the rim.
Something he hasn't done well in this game is trying to make some foul shots.
He'll have an opportunity at 2 more here. That's the 6'1" Parker and the 6'10" Eubanks. Share some words.
Well, those guys are good. They're going to be, Eubanks is going to have a fine career in Oregon State. There's no doubt about that. Second foul on him, and now can Parker make some foul shots? He's been struggling today.
First one up and good for the sophomore lefty. He hopes to step in and knock down one more and try to put this game away in favor of the Crusaders. Trying to snap their 2-game losing streak after starting the season 3-0 and at the top of the rankings for Oregon State high schools. Both free throws go for him. Here's Cody Starr coming back the other way. Inside, floats it around, off the glass, no good. Jashari gets the offensive rebound for the Raiders. Into the corner, a little floater from there, rounding off. Star keeps it alive. Foul call.
A hold on the
Ryan McAvoy.
Yeah, he's smiling about that for the whole. You think, I didn't commit a foul like that, but he did, and that's his third. That stops the clock as well, too, which is not what you like to have if you're a head coach. Is for Jesuit, you have all the momentum rolling. You cannot commit those kind of ticky-tack fouls like that.
1-on-1 opportunities for Cody Starr, who's back to the line. Familiar place for him in this game.
Yep.
First of two. It's right through. We'll have another. Scheduled to tip off at 10:30 this morning. Lake Oswego and Peninsula. Jazz Johnson, the guard for Lake Oswego, committed to the University of Portland. He headlines that team. And Peninsula, judging from their team picture, they probably have the most creative looking uniforms at this year's Invitational from Gig Harbor, as Malcolm Porter just threw it away.
I mean, that's not what you like to see again if you're Jesuit. I mean, you have a point to get good ball movement and waste the clock, but you cannot commit those type of turnovers in the fourth quarter. You're up 7, got to handle the ball. Give credit for Reynolds to pressure the ball.
Here's Eubanks, swung around 3-point range. Star a jab step, now around the high screen, backs his way out. 2-man pressure there against him. Dribbles into a double team, has to get rid of it somewhere. Finds Ayala, down low to Eubanks, dribbles baseline, leans in with the jumper, is good. Eubanks, he creates his own shot from outside the painted area, and it's back to a 5-point game.
45 seconds to go, exactly, and that's what I've been saying. They need to feed the big man Eubanks, and if he does that, Eubanks is going to have no problem scoring. I mean, he's been ice cold a little from the perimeter because of, you know, how he's being played. And here's the replay. Eubanks getting right to the basket.
And he leaps from outside the painted area.
It looks like he's a slow motion, you know, jumping high.
With the double team coming there outside the block, it seems like that shot's not available, but for a guy who's 6'10" with that kind of length, that's an open look for him.
No doubt.
And he puts it in nicely.
So in this situation, you're up 5. Jesuit has had some issues in the last couple minutes here, Judah, with trying to get the ball across half court, 1, and 2, not commit turnovers.
Well, and Reynolds, they're going to go for the turnover first, but even if they do foul, it's 1-on-1 still on Jesuit's side of things too.
Team fouls, yeah, 9 on the home team, which is Jesuit, 7 for Reynolds. So it would be, yeah, there's going to be some free throw shooting contest if who makes the mental mistakes in this one. And you hinted at earlier that Reynolds trailed as many as 17 points in this game, and yet they fought back resiliently, down only 5. They've had it to 3 at one point as well.
Should be a flirt of a finish here. Porter to inbound, and he gets it in barely, and stepping on the sideline is Reed Busey.
Another mental mistake. And now can Reynolds take advantage of it and score?
And the Crusaders are talking to each other now. Busey comes off the floor to try to protect him from fouling out. Instead, it's McAvoy, and he's going to be 1-on-1 against Eubanks.
Now a 3 here would be crucial.
Into Star in the corner, throws it into Eubanks. Eubanks dribbles baseline, wrap around, laying no good. He gets his own rebound, shot up, no, but he's fouled and will go to the line.
Wow. Eubanks on the second effort grabbed the ball, somehow forced it up and got contact. That is good. But now he's got to make free throws to cut this game to 3. And then foul, of course.
Consistently amazed by Eubanks' ability to get a shot inside.
Yes.
And the first free throw is good. I mean, he's often grabbing the ball outside the low block with 3 defenders around him and still finding his way to the rim. And that one straddling the baseline in the process. His rhythm free throw, good again. It's down to a 3-point game. 37 seconds to go. The sophomore Parker gets rid of it. Now Busey traveled with the basketball.
Oh, man. Another unforced error by Jesuit. It's a 3-point game. This is the closest Reynolds have been all game long. Down 17 in this one. And now they have a chance to take it to cut it to 1 or go for the 3 and tie this up.
33 seconds left. Eubanks holding. Throws it over to the left side. Right-hand dribble drive coming. Over to Star. Eubanks underneath the rim, lays it in.
Great penetration by Eubanks. He called for it and finished.
20 seconds left, and now a foul.
Oh, man, the momentum.
Malcolm Porter going to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Reynolds, the closest they've been in this one since it was 0-0. It's been a game of runs now. It was 11-9 Jesuit at one point in the first half, and then the Crusaders stormed their way through the second quarter en route to a 15-point halftime lead. Reynolds cut it down to 5 going into the fourth quarter. Jesuit got it back up to double digits with 3.5 minutes left, and now Reynolds within a point. First of 2 free throws, no good. It was the front end of a 1-and-1, and Reynolds with the basketball, 12 seconds to go, and a chance to win the game. Cody Starr picks up his dribble, throws it away. Ball picked up in the corner, and it's picked up by Cameron Parker. The referee takes a spill, no foul there, and the clock runs out. And that is the game. Wow, a flurry of activity in the final 15 seconds. Cody Starr picked up his dribble and threw the ball away, trying to get it to the left side. Jesuit was able to run out the clock. The referee on the near side took a spill in the process. But when it's all said and done, Jesuit survives. The 2-game losing streak is snapped. And it'll be the Crusaders moving on to the game tonight against Wheeler. Here's the final sequence. Malcolm Porter misses the free throw. Reynolds comes down with it.